understand, my brothers and sisters, that the race requires some patience and some endurance. For the Bible itself declares that the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but the race is given to the one that endures to the end. Our writer uses a very, very, very peculiar word in the text. He uses the word us. He said, let us lay aside every weight, which would suggest to us that, you know what, we need to stop being selfish with some of the stuff that we have that God has blessed us with. He did not say let me lay aside some of the weight, but we need to learn how to lay us some of that weight aside together. Songwriter said it like this. He said, I need you and you need me, but we are all a part of God's body, and that's why I need to touch. I need you to touch somebody and tell them that you need to get you a running buddy for 2011. They do it because they need somebody to keep them company. They do it for safety reasons. And then they also do it because if anything happens, somebody can testify to the fact and give an account of what actually went wrong. And my brothers and sisters, that's why we need to learn how to incorporate the buddy system into our job. Do you hear what I'm saying? As we go along this Christian race, some of us be so shut up and so closed off to ourselves that we never know you're going to do anything until you show back up. Can I get a witness up in here? We see you saying, I just think I want to do some things. But when you got a buddy system in place, when you got somebody that can run this race with you, when you don't even realize that you don't slip over into that rut of depression, but next thing you know, you get a knock on the door. Do you hear what I'm saying? How do you know the wrong way? Because somebody is trying to run this race with you, because I don't know about nobody in here, but I need somebody to check on me every now and then. Because sometimes I can get away from myself. Need a running partner to get through this race. I'm almost done. Can't be shot. I missed it already. I gotta wrap this up. It says, let us out the witness so he's with the sentence with patience. And then it says, looking to Jesus. Looking to Jesus. L-I-N-G to Jesus. Which would suggest to us that it is a continued process.